Hey everybody, JJ Wilson here, and for this particular video audio recording I wanted to just go over what I witnessed with the anime series Gibiate. For those that aren't familiar with my content, I just make anime and gaming content primarily, and a few travel videos here and there before the coronavirus messed all that up. I'm sure it happened with everybody else too. But yeah, thanks for all the recent subs that came into the channel too, especially after witnessing the Ahira no Sora discussion I did, which is the previous video that I've done. Really appreciate it, everybody. Didn't think it was going to get that big, actually. Had no idea it would get that big. I guess, you know, YouTube's funny like that. They'll take certain videos and just blow them up. And people see it, you know. Didn't mean to drag it almost 30 minutes long, but it was a lot on my mind about that series since I liked it a lot. But with this one, I don't know what to say about Gibiate. What I do know what to say is just this story overall is just all over the place for me. It seemed like the developers that made this show, like, it seemed like they were on drugs or something. They were just way out of it. I don't know, but I guess we can go over some of the plot over here, so let's get into it. So for those that haven't seen Gibiate, this is another one of these apocalyptic animes, you know, post-world, after it's all gone to crap, it's all gone down the gutter, everything is destroyed, there's no governments, there's no order, there's no rules, it's like a free-for-all kind of world. This is what this anime pretty much is, by Lunchbox and Studio Ellie. And this time we got virus. Yes, we have not the coronavirus, but another kind of virus called the Gibiate virus. And that is what is plaguing human society pretty much. And damn near all the humans on the planet are pretty much affected by this virus, since they have no immune to combat it. And now they've all turned into monsters. What I personally like to call Digimon, because they look like Digimon. So yeah, it turns out by the end of the series we find out that this virus is not actually from the planet Earth. It's not a man-made thing. It's actually from outer space. Yes, that's right. So like, if you want to watch the season just to kind of binge watch it, I would say watch episodes 1 through 3, because that'll give you a rundown of most of the characters. I believe the monk in particular, you can, what's his name? Crap. Yukinojo. He's got a long name. Yukinojo or something like that. I think he doesn't come in until episode 5, and he wasn't that bad of a character, but he had a very short run in that series, unfortunately. But if you want to learn the majority of the characters like Sensui, the samurai, Kenroku, Kathleen, the girl. Kenroku's the ninja, I'm sorry. Kathleen, who else? Her mother, Yuriko, some of the U.S. military servicemen that were there, such as Adam. And then you also had the doctor, Yoshinaga. A few other notable characters I'll go ahead and talk about right quick. You have Ayame, which is the pink-haired lady. She's a former cop. In this post-world, before the post-world happened, she was looking for her father, Renjiro, who was the head of a Yakuza gang. And they didn't speak to each other for many years up until that point. And then by the time Sensui's group, they bumped into her. Then later on, Renjiro's guys were trying to rob them and everything. And they started, you know, having their little skirmishes in the middle of the series. That's when they kind of got reacquainted, Ayame and Renjiro. But it was short-lived, of course, because both of them got killed. They both turned into Gibiate. And so I would say, if you're going to go ahead and just binge watch it, because I really recommend that, just to kind of not waste time, go ahead and just watch episodes 1 through 3, and just go ahead and skip all the rest until you get to like episode 11. And then episode 12, because by episode 11 it is revealed, spoiler alert, that Yoshinaga is the villain. He is responsible for basically allowing the Gibiate virus to kind of go haywire. And so, according to his story, his little testimony, that he was actually an alien. And so he was on the spaceship and something happened with that spaceship, and somehow coincidentally Kathleen could kind of read his mind. It's so weird to explain. It made no sense. Apparently she was wishing for like peace or whatever, and she looked up in the sky. It was like a shooting star, she thought, but it was actually Yoshinaga's spaceship, and it was his lover in there, Meteora, who kind of looked like him. But somehow she took that virus or that formula that he was working on, and she didn't have an immunity to it, and then she ended up turning into the Gibiate, one of those things, right? And so that's why she looks like that. And at some point they got separated when they crash landed. Like his escape pod or whatever went to Japan, whereas the spaceship where they were on went to Venice, Italy, and that's where the origin of the virus started. And so even with that ridiculous explanation, Yoshinaga, I think he was trying to lure Meteora to him so that way he can eventually get this formula he was working on, this fake cure, to get her so that way she can regain her intelligence. But it didn't happen because, of course, Sensui guys, you know, they viewed her as the bad guy unintentionally. They didn't know. They didn't know until it was too late. And then next thing you know, she's lying dead in the pool of her own alien blood, and Yoshinaga's pissed, and then he turns into this mad Gibiate himself. And it was the weirdest thing, because when he became this cooler like figure, and then later into this ugly looking gargoyle spawn looking creature, like his personality just changed to me. It just went from being like he was a stoic, quiet dude to now he's like this cocky bastard. You know, trash talking to people and everything. Thankfully, you know, Sensui and Kenroku, with teamwork, they managed to kill this dude. But man, what a crappy way to end the anime. It just was. I don't really have much more to add. I don't want to drag this like I did with my previous review. But if you guys want to go ahead and in the comment section just roast, just go ahead and have at it. Just tear the show a new one. Go right ahead. Yeah, whatever Crunchyroll is gonna bring, and whatever little future project Studio Ellie does, they need to just, whatever staff was working on this, they need to just go ahead and do like a total rehash. Just go ahead and get rid of all those folks and just bring in some fresh blood. If they want to survive, that is. Because I tell you, this was bad. This is a really bad series. Even the CGI alone just tells you guys. I mean, I don't even have to explain it. You guys already know. Those that followed it all the way through Gibiate. I'm probably saying the damn show wrong. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it off here. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out.